What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Ray Ray, coming from you from Texans 411. This is basically gonna be my video on how much fun it's to be a Texans fan. Houston Texans. I just got done watching the game. They blew a massive lead. They gave up 15 points in one quarter, which happened to be the fourth quarter, to win the entire game. Derek Newton, turns out he didn't play all that much, and Ryan Harris played more than I thought he would have. Thank God. Wade Smith pretty much got beat off the ball almost every game, or every snap. Randy Bullock can't hit a kick to save his fucking life. Gary Kubiak had some kind of fucking stroke or heart attack or whatever. Wade Phillips proves that he can't be a head coach in the NFL again. It's like watching Dallas all over again. Our offensive coordinator, Rick Dennison, or whatever the fuck his name is, he's fucking garbage. J-Joe, our supposed best fucking corner, gets burnt twice in one game. I don't even know where to start. Have you seen any of my other YouTube videos on RayRay722442? You know that I said that this game would tell you all you need to know about Houston and where they're going to go from here. On the other side of things, Houston fans, if you want to be on the positive with this, Case Keenum I'm not going to say he's a damn elite quarterback. I'm not even going to say he's a great quarterback. I'm going to say he's the starting quarterback for the Texans, and should be the starting quarterback for the Texans for at least the next 2 or 3 years. Matt Schaub, you're fucking gone. You're probably the only one in the stadium that wasn't smiling the whole game, as Case Keenum proved that you're absolutely worthless and are not worth the money you have. The defense showed up today, except for the fourth quarter. Schweringer played pretty good. I was very happy with him. JJ played pretty good. Actually, the whole defensive front played pretty good, I thought, all game long. Just the secondary, man. Our best corner is making like $55 million over the next 6 years or whatever the fuck. Anyways, man, I'll go over that here individually. I'm going to go one by one. I'll start off with the positives. Case Keenum, what else can you say, man? Guy had a great fucking game. It's just a damn shame that Houston couldn't pull out the win. Andre Johnson is a fucking animal. Even though they didn't go his way very much, I thought DeAndre played pretty well. Posey had a couple of great catches. Offensive line as a whole played pretty good, with the exception of Wade Smith and Derek Newton, who wasn't in there very much, thank God. Ben Tate, considering he had broken ribs and shit, played. He actually had a pretty good game. I'm surprised he got as many carries as he did, realistically. Special teams. Obviously, other than Randy Bullock, our special teams look good. Actually, I think what really lost this game was Shane Leckler's 19-yard fucking punt. This guy is one of the best punters in NFL history, and he shanks a 19-yard punt at a crucial point in the game. You never see that shit. You never see that shit. But this is going to lead into my next segment of this video. This is the mantra. This is the the team Houston is. They are just full of fuck ups right now. Guys who normally play really well fucking do some of the stupidest shit. Once again, I believe, and I don't like blaming shit on refs. I really don't. I'm one of those fans that, refs get it right 99% of the time. But to me, the refs cost Houston this fucking ball game. That last challenge, when AJ was out of bounds, I don't give a fuck if you're a Colts fan. I don't give a fuck if you're a Texans hater. That was a catchable. That was a caught ball. Andre Johnson had possession of that ball as his body is going out of bounds, and once his body is out of bounds, then the ball pops out because the defender pokes at it. There wasn't enough. Okay, let's go a different way with this. Even if you could say, oh well, he didn't have possession all the way through the catch. You couldn't see that on the video. You couldn't see. There wasn't enough evidence to overturn the call on the field. I really, truly think the refs really fucked Houston on this call. Granted, they got some calls wrong. Versus, when Houston fumbled that fucking kick and he jumped on it, that should have been a fucking fumble. But then they got Houston right back when they called Sharpton for hitting Andrew Luck out of bounds. As he's throwing the ball out of bounds, he's still in bounds when he hits him. And then they call him and that was a 3rd and 10 that would have stopped them, and maybe a field goal try would have been. But then they ended up scoring that drive because J.J. gets fucking worked over by T.Y. fucking Hilton, who's supposedly some badass receiver apparently, or just J.J. sucks. In my mind, I'm willing to go with J.J. just fucking sucks. Anyway, so Randy Bullock can't hit the broadside of a fucking barn. We'd be better off going and getting fucking Gary Anderson out of retirement, who's like 50 years old, or let Matt Turk. Hell, at this point, let Shane Leckler kick the fucking field goals, man. I'm so sick of this guy. Not only does he miss it, he's got the leg. The guy can kick the shit out of the ball. He is not accurate. The guy, half his kicks look like knuckleballs. They don't look end over end like a fucking field goal should look like. Oh my god, man, it's fucking crazy. And some games he'll go 4 for 4 and kick every fucking field goal, make from every angle. And then other games like this one, he'll go fucking like 1 for 3. Actually, not even that. 1 for 4. I mean, Houston should have had at least 30 points that game, and they lost. They lost strictly because this guy can't fucking kick field goals, and because, once again, Wade Phillips, you get too motherfucking cocky, and you get too comfortable with your play calling. The offensive coordinator figures you out and fucks you in the end, and he fucked you bad today. All in all, it doesn't surprise me. The worst part about this whole thing is it doesn't surprise me. As a fan, it doesn't surprise me. When Andrew Luck threw that pass to T.Y. Hilton, perfect, beautiful pass to T.Y. Hilton, I said at that very fucking moment, I swear to God, I looked and I said, this game's fucking over. Houston's about to fucking choke. And at that point, it was 24-12, I think, was the score. And what did they do? They fucking gave the game away, man. They gave the fucking game away. Special teams started off so strong. I mean, Houston looked like just looked like the team they should be all first quarter, half of the third quarter, and then they just fucking went stupid. They just lost their damn mind. Oh my god, man. Going off individual performance, J. Joe, you fucking suck, dude. I'm sorry. I've last couple weeks I've been fairly impressed with your coverage skills, but if you got NFL teams out there, if you have a speedy guy on your team that runs a 40 and like a sub 4.3, maybe even sub 4.4, put him on Jonathan Joseph and run a streak. You will beat us every time. It's that simple. It's that simple. I don't think Jonathan Joseph had one good defensive play the entire fucking game. They went right at him. Went right at him. Indianapolis has no receivers except for T.Y. Hilton, and they fucking single cover him. JoJo sucks, man. For $50 million, I'd rather just cut him and take our chances with a fucking rookie next year. That's my opinion on that. Randy Bullock's got to go. Houston needs another kicker. Yeah, at this point, I don't care who the fuck it is. I'd rather have, as sad as this is, I'd rather have Shane Graham back. As sad as that is. You know, Arian Foster. I think Arian Foster is one of the biggest. I think Arian Foster's turned into a prima donna running back, which I hate saying, man, because I really like Arian Foster, but it's not one thing, it's another. My hamstring hurts, my back hurts, my pussy hurts. What the? Man, grow a sack, bro. Why don't you fucking? Ben Tate's playing with broken fucking ribs, and you don't see his ass whining about his fucking hamstring or his fucking back when he's getting pounded in the ribs by other fucking guys. I'm sorry, man. I just think Arian Foster is becoming a prima donna. Wade Smith, probably one of the worst guards in the fucking league right now. I don't know why the guy's starting. I really don't. I mean, I watched him, and this goes even in the first half when Houston was moving the ball and doing things. I watched every play Wade Smith get blown off the ball or get shoved in the backfield or get beat on a fucking pass rush almost every time. You go back and watch that game, Houston fans, and he gets beat like every fucking time. If they run a stretch play, he doesn't move forward at all. Hardly at all. Everyone else in the line's moving forward and he's moving vertical with the line. Actually, horizontal with the line, whatever it is. I don't know what they see in this dude. I really don't, man. I can't wait to get rid of this motherfucker. I'm telling you. Can't wait for him to go. Linebackers played great all day. Mays had a great game. Sharpton had a great game, except for that fucked up penalty he had called on him, which cost Houston 7 points. All in all, everyone played good except Jonathan Joseph. I swear to God, I literally think the Houston defense, every one of them played good except for J.J. Because I can't really think of anyone who played absolutely poor. McCain showed up. He had some great stops. He had some great coverage. J.J.'s got to go, man. I'm sorry. I'm watching him, and he reminds me of Quinn, of Glover Quinn, man. He's got the skill set. He's got the mentality. Just doesn't fucking produce, man. He just doesn't produce. I'm sorry. For the amount of money we're giving this guy and how old he is, we just need to cut this motherfucker and just go with our losses. Anyway, so that drops Houston. They're now fucking 2-6 now. Houston fans, fuck the playoffs. Not gonna happen. I mean, for Christ's sake, Cleveland Browns have a better fucking record than we do right now. We have almost as bad a record as the Minnesota Vikings. Put that in fucking perspective at this point. I'm convinced that if Houston played Jacksonville right now, they would fucking lose. I mean, like I said before in the beginning of this video, this was the pivotal game. They came out swinging, and they did great. And the second half hits, and Mike Kubiak, they just pass out, just fucking collapse. Epic fucking Houston failure. Just as usual this entire fucking season, man. Rick Dennison's got to go, man. I'm telling you right now, you give Houston a coordinator like Ken Sumlin or something like that. Ken Sumlin that runs a lot of fucking pass plays and has a lot of and gives the quarterback some sway on audibles and shit like that, or someone that has a passing background that's not a run first mentality guy. Rick Dennison is a Kubiak guy. So, of course, he's going to run Kubiak plays. Kubiak had a great first half of play calling. He fucking stretched the field. He was aggressive. And look what Houston did. They fucking shocked everyone. I mean, this team came out firing, and it was beautiful. And I will give Kubi his credit. I know I've been on his ass all year, but I'll give him credit, man. He came out, he did good, and all of a sudden he fucking collapses, and then the team loses their fucking mind. Here's the sad part about this whole fucking thing: the team can't even win a game, if anything, for their coach that they supposedly love and admire and fucking and just have all this admiration for him. Yeah, whatever, man. His team has no fucking cohesion whatsoever, especially when it comes to offensive fucking coordinating. I'm sorry. They got all the talent in the fucking world. You put like a Bill Belichick or a different kind of fucking offensive minded coach in with who we have right now, and I'm telling you, we would hardly ever lose a fucking game. I can tell you that shit right now. I was so impressed with their play calling in the first half, and then the second half hits, and Dennison's like a fucking dipshit. He runs shop shit. And then you're running. Here's another thing I don't get, man. Right before the last punt that Houston had, they run a read option with Case Keenum when it's like 3rd and 7. Why would you do that? It happened. Yeah, you got him on it once. What makes you think you're going to get him again? They read it. They had it fucking snuffed out. You saw the linebacker. He went straight to the outside. It doesn't surprise me. It really doesn't. At this point, I'm just so. It's like watching. How can I describe it, man? It's like watching this team. You see them doing so good, and then you say to yourself, okay, just don't give up the big play. Just don't give up the fucking big play. Just don't give up the big play. Oh, if you think about it, before that big play to T.Y. Hilton, when they scored that touchdown, Houston had him beat. Houston had him fucking beat. They gave up that play, and the wind in their sails went out the fucking window. It was just like watching someone pop a balloon. And that's the story of this team this year. It will always be the story of this team until they get someone in there with some kind of great football knowledge that can turn the tides around. The only thing I can say about this video, man, is yeah, it's kind of a rant, and it's not my usual, I guess, calm videos, but it's a damn nightmare, man. It's a nightmare to be a fan of this team. It's just, you look so good in the second half, and all through the third quarter, I'm like, man, look, just don't give up that big fucking play. And they didn't. They gave up some plays, but not real big plays. Then the fourth quarter hits. And then I sit here and Al Michaels talk about, Andrew Luck's a great fourth quarter quarterback. He's only got 9 come from behind wins in his short career. And I'm like, can you suck on his dick a little more, please? That's the last thing I want to hear. And then next thing you know, all of a sudden it's like on fucking key, Andrew Luck starts fucking just destroying people, just throwing the ball down the field. With J.J. Watt and everyone right in his mouth. Right in his mouth. You can't take that away from him. The guy just stood in there, took his hits all game long, and just beat Houston. Because shitty fucking corner play and horrible defensive coordinating. Wade Smith, you did good for 3.5 quarters. And then you said, you know what? Hell, it's worked this far. I'm not going to change anything. They're going to come out throwing, so I'll start playing soft zone shit. Oh my god. And that's another thing. Okay. This is going to be probably my last piece in this video. The whole fucking game, I watched. You should go back. Houston fans, go back and watch this. I want you to seriously sit there and watch literally 2 guys. Kareem Jackson and Jonathan Joseph played on average 10 yards off the receiver. Every time. Almost every fucking play. It's 3rd and 3, and they're 10 yards off the receiver. Why? Why are you not playing bump coverage? Even if you're in cover 1, why are you not bumping them at the line because if they throw a quick slant, they're going to get a first down. Then, to make matters worse, you're off of them 10 yards, only for the dude to run right by you and score a touchdown over you. I can't explain that. I just, why are they so far off the fucking line of scrimmage when it's that close to the end zone? Why on a goal line situation and on a fucking 2-point conversions? They're still off the ball. It's fucking crazy. It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. God, I don't understand. It's like the corners think that they're so fucking good they can play off 10 yards from the ball on a 3rd and 3 or a 3rd and goal from the 4, or when a quick slant's going to beat them every time. It's happened all season long, and they keep doing it and keep doing it, and then they wonder why we fucking lose games. Look, I would rather J.J. get beat on bump and run coverage, on single bump and run coverage, than running a fucking man coverage from a 10-yard split and still getting burnt for a fucking touchdown. That's just me. From a defensive mind, from a defensive perspective, and I played defense majority of my football life, you don't give someone 10 yards when you only need 3 to score to move the fucking chains. That's just me. I don't know. Take it or leave it, whatever. So, the bottom line is Houston just flat out needs to get rid of their kicker, a corner, a guard, a tackle, and they need to draft all kinds of fucking help, man. This team is in dire straits, big time. They need to cut Schaub's ass next year to save room so they can have some fucking money to sign some different players. They need to... man, I gotta be honest with you, seriously, at this point, because it can't get any worse than what it is, I would cut J.J. or keep him, retain him on, and try to trade him sometime next season if he has no trade clause. Because this guy sucks, man. It just seems like ever since last year when he got injured, he's never really ever gotten back to where he was that first year he was with Houston. And that also goes back to a theory I have about pro players going into their free agent contract season. They have subpar year, average year. All of a sudden, guess what? It's their last term with the team. Then all of a sudden they fucking become all pros. So the next team that signs you thinks they're getting an all pro, when really they're probably just getting someone who's just half-ass runs through plays. And to me, that's what Jonathan Joseph is. That's what Daniel Manning was. I think I'm starting to believe that that's how Ed Reed is coming out to be. I saw Shiloh Kao in there a lot more than I saw Reed in there today, which was really, really weird. So I don't know. Houston fans, you can, we Texans 411. We encourage you to like our videos, comments, leave suggestions, things of that nature, and we just go from there. Realistically, Houston fans, it's over. It's done. Let's start preparing for next season. I'm going to start making a lot more draft videos and mock draft videos for the Texans 411 channel, and I'm also going to do some on my Ray channel. So you can check either one of them out, like them, subscribe, all that good stuff, and then we'll try to answer your questions as best we can and kind of give you some comments and some feedback on why we think the way we do, or why we feel this needs to go that way, or just flat out argue with whoever comments. So like, subscribe, peace.